The CEO was on his knees, tears streaming down his face, begging me for mercy. His tailored suit was crumpled, his Rolex cracked against the marble floor. 24 hours ago, he'd been untouchable. Now, I owned him. "Please," he choked out, trying to grab the hem of my skirt. I'll give you anything. Double your salary, partnerships, anything." I took a step back, looking down at him with cold indifference. "You should have thought of that before you tried to destroy my life, Richard." 24 hours earlier, the email hit my inbox at 3:47 a.m., termination effective immediately. Access revoked. No warning, no severance, just a cold corporate knife in the back after 7 years of building his company from the ground up. I stared at the screen, my fingers numb. They'd done it. Richard, the shark Sterling, the man I'd turned from a bankrupt failure into a tech mogul, had just thrown me out like trash to replace me with his mistress. My phone buzzed, a message from his assistant. "Don't make a scene. Security will escort you out." I laughed. A scene? Oh, they had no idea what was coming. They forgot one tiny detail. I was the lead systems architect. I didn't just build the walls. I built the foundation, and I knew exactly where the cracks were. The first move. By sunrise, I was sitting in a dim-lit cafe across the street, sipping a latte and scrolling through files I'd conveniently backed up to a secure cloud before my access was cut. Financial records, offshore accounts in the Caymans, emails that proved embezzlement. Richard thought he was a god, but he'd forgotten that even gods can bleed. I sent a single text to a number I hadn't dialed in years, my contact at the IRS. The message was short. "It's time. Burn it down." The dominoes fall. By noon, the company's stock was plummeting. Whispers of a federal investigation leaked to the press. Investors panicked. Board members were screaming over the phone lines. And Richard? I could see him through the glass walls of the office building. He was throwing objects, his face purple with rage. "Who did this?" he roared, his voice barely audible through the glass. "Me, you arrogant monster." By 6 p.m., the auditors arrived. By midnight, his mistress had already packed her bags and left him. And now he was on his knees in the lobby, realizing too late that he'd picked a fight with the wrong woman. I leaned closer, my voice a whisper. "You fired the only person who knew how to save you, Richard?" His empire was turning to ash, and I was holding the matches. Before I tell you what happened next, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps us grow and brings you good karma. Thank you. Now, let's see the finale. Richard's breath hitched as he realized the true depth of his mistake. His empire was crumbling, but I wasn't done. Not even close. "You think this is over?" I whispered, straightening my blazer. "You have no idea what ruin really looks like." The final blow. I pulled out my phone and tapped send on the last file, the one I'd been saving for this exact moment. A video file. Grainy but unmistakable. Richard in a locked office handing a briefcase of cash to a government official to bypass safety regulations. The contents, enough evidence to bury him for life. His face drained of color as his own phone pinged with the notification. You filmed that?" he stammered. I smirked. Backup plans are a girl's best friend, aren't they? The video hit the news outlets in seconds. By dawn, the FBI had a warrant. His allies abandoned him. Even his wife emptied their joint accounts and fled to Paris. The fall. The news van swarmed his penthouse. Reporters shouted questions as federal agents dragged him out in cuffs. His tailored suit was wrinkled, his hair a mess. The great Richard Sterling, reduced to a mugshot. I watched from across the street, finishing my coffee. He locked eyes with me through the chaos as they shoved him into the squad car. I raised my cup in a silent toast. Checkmate. The cost. But revenge is a double-edged sword. The agents didn't just come for him. 2 officers walked towards me across the street. Turns out, holding evidence for blackmail instead of reporting it immediately is also a crime. Richard had kept his own insurance. Emails I'd signed, deals I'd signed under his orders. The officer tapped my shoulder. "Ma'am, we need you to come with us." I didn't fight. I didn't run. I let them put the cuffs on. Was it worth it? I looked at Richard's crying face in the police car ahead of me. I smiled as I got into the back of the second car. Richard rots in a cell for 20 years. I might get 2 years in minimum security for complicity. The company burned to the ground. No winners, just ashes. But at least I strike the match.